Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are coming from. It's Dr. Tamara back again, founder of the Courageous Woman Network, certified life coach, and licensed professional counselor. And I am so excited that you have decided to join me again today. This is going to be another epic version of How to Live a Courageous Life. The whole series is entitled Boldly Courageous Living, and I am going to be your host every week because guess what? It's my show. And so today we're going to jump in and just see what's going to happen. Today we're going to talk about how to be courageous and ask for what you want. And what does that even look like, folks? What does that look like to be courageous and ask for what you want? That's my goodness, that's probably a diamond question these days is to ask for what you want because most time we don't. We ask for what we think other people want for us, and we are too afraid to ask for what we want. So, as your host today, I'm going to drop a few nuggets for you and on you just to get the conversation started. Love that you would share this post, this live feed with some of your family and friends who might need to learn how to ask for what they want. It is something that we all struggle with from time to time. Even simple things like, what do I want for dinner? I may want a hamburger and somebody else says chicken, and you navigate to what they want. So today is about being bold and being brave and being courageous. This network was designed to help us to live a boldly courageous life. And so, as the curator and founder of the Courageous Woman Network and my brand, which is Tamara White Coaching, I just really want to stop in and just bring some live nuggets your way so that you can learn how to live in the best way possible, to live a life that you love and to live very courageously. So just sit back, take a few notes, and hopefully you'll watch the replay. If you're not on live now, you can always drop some comments in. Maybe I'll be able to check out the comments today and just see how well we're doing. And, we're just going to kick it off. So let's think about it. Let's look at the fact that courageous to ask. How can you have more courage to ask for what you want in a day where we are all looking at what other people are doing and not being concerned as much about ourselves? There's a lot of mental health issues in this world. Sometimes those kinds of things will plague us. I am a mental health expert and I work with people and helping them to heal their emotional wounds. My whole brand is built around helping women to be strong and to be courageous in who they really are and who they want to be. Mothers who may be struggling, people who are caregivers, and mothers are caregivers, right? Couples that are taking in their parents. There's a lot of trauma and a lot of drama out here. And I want to be the first to tell you that it doesn't have to be, because you have to have the courage to ask for what you want, ladies and gentlemen. I know this live feed is going out to different places, and I just want you to know that you need to ask for what you want. And that's so important to live an authentic life. So we want to start first off by talking about how to be brave. That's your first cue, is in order to ask for what you want, you really have to muster up the strength and the courage to be brave. And that's very, very important. So being brave is putting yourself aside and mustering up the courage to step into what you know you need to step into. So, for instance, you may be looking for a job. There may be something about looking for. I'll just use that as an example. Looking for a job, and what does that look like to look for a job? You have to have some courage to do that. So, being brave is something about putting your feelings aside, putting things aside that you know that you are afraid, but you still need to step into it. Being brave is mustering up and coming up with that inward courage to press in. So I ask you this morning, what do you need to press in about? Where in your life do you need to be brave? Is it just about getting up in the morning and putting your makeup on, or getting up in the morning and being ready for the day, having your planner in front of you, being organized? What do you need to be brave about in this new year of 2024? Is it that you need to break off some friendships, some relationships that are not serving you well? Is it that you may need to make an appointment to talk to someone about some things that are going on in your life that you just need an expert advice about? Could it be that? Could it be that it's time to change jobs? Could it be all of those things? But I am here to tell you that being brave is very important to live an authentic life. So ask for help. Having courage means to ask for the help that you might need. Being a courageous person means asking for what you need so that you can get on to the next steps. So if that means getting a mental health professional, if that means getting a coach, if that means, saying no, the courage to ask, all that you will find on the other side of that door is not now, no, or maybe. And certainly you can do that. Certainly you can do that. Just be prepared. Be prepared, because when you show up and you're your best and the answer is not what you thought it would be, then maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's not the door that God is opening up for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, please hear me very clearly. Courageous to ask, having the courage to ask means being ready to find out what the answer is, because you'll never know until you open up your mouth and become brave to ask. So again, where in your life do you need to be brave right now? Relationships, career, family, those kinds of things, having that difficult conversation that you have been putting off to have with someone. I just want you to be introspective right now, because I'm giving you some real good strategies on what that looks like. As a life coach and a counselor, I hear numbers of stories throughout the week on everything that sums up about being brave and having courage. And my whole brand is built around being brave and being courageous, because that's what it takes to live an authentic life these days. We're not mind readers. Nobody's out there to read your mind at all. So we have to open up our own mouth and listen. It's okay to get a buddy. It's okay to get someone that can walk alongside you and that can encourage you to do what you need to do for yourself and to do what you need to do that is best for your life. So I'm giving you total permission to get up off of that sofa and ask for the help, to be brave in negotiating whatever it is that you need to do, to say goodbye to relationships, to say goodbye to situations that don't serve you, to say goodbye to a career and maybe start your own business, to say goodbye to where you live and go buy another house. Say goodbye to wherever you live and go move to another country or another state. It's your life and it's time to get going. It's time to get going, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get going. So we've talked a little bit about being brave. And now we need to talk about our next step, which is, I had my notes, and anyway, they disappeared on me. So we want to put aside the fear and the doubt. So once we're brave, we're going to be brave. We kind of talk to ourselves and say, we're going to be brave. We're going to be brave. Then we have to deal with fear and doubt that will shut us back down. It will bring us back down. And that's not what we want. Fear, as I always say, is a natural component of just being a human being. Fear is there to help direct our steps. Fear is there to help protect us. But we don't want to be driven by fear, and we don't want to be driven by doubt. So again, if you're driven by fear and doubt, you can't be brave and you won't have the courage to ask for what you want. So therefore, get the help that you might need. Get the help that you need to overcome your fears. Get the help that you need to overcome your doubts. Because when you sit with yourself and you can't figure it out and it goes on for weeks and months, and you need to ask for professional help. Talk to your pastor, talk to a coach, talk to me, but get the help that you need to get over the fear and the doubt. Because sometimes fear and doubt is good because it propels us forward. But oftentimes fear and doubt will make us sit down and we don't do anything. And that is not helpful at all. So I'm asking, and I'm letting you know, I'm driven by it too. I'm not perfect at all by any means. And we all have fear and doubt. Just like doing this show, there's a lot of fear and doubt for me. But guess what? I push in towards the higher calling of God because this is what He's told me to do. So I'm pushing in, whether there's anybody watching, listening or not. I'm doing what I'm called to do. and it takes courage. So my whole platform is about living a courageous life because I know what that looks like. So again, first step, we're going to be brave. We're going to just get through it. And then fear and doubt will creep in and try to shut you down. And you're going to fight for your life. You're going to say, no, no fear, no doubt. I'm saying no to you today because I need to do something. There's something I need to take care of. I got some business that I need to take care of for me so that my life is better. Whatever that is, you sit with yourself. We get so busy. That's one thing. We just get too doggone busy to sit down and for a moment and to reflect on what we need for ourselves. We just don't do it. We don't sit for a moment and figure out what we need. We're running here and we're racing over there, and that takes away what needs to happen up here. That we need to slow down and sit down so that we can figure out what's best for ourselves. Sometimes I talk to mothers. I'm a mother. And mothers for young kids, we get really ingrained in being that mom. But here's the secret, ladies and gentlemen. These kids grow up and they take off and they say bye. They're gone to do their own life, and that's wonderful. And then what about you? What's going to happen in your space when you don't have to be that caretaker anymore? And then you let all kinds of things come into your mind on, I can't do it. I'm not brave. I got fear. The kids are gone. I don't know what to do. You've got to live your best life. So stand up and be strong and be courageous and live the life that you love. Move fear and doubt out the way. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can push that fear and doubt away for a minute and become brave. So let's talk about negotiating. So if there was an opportunity where you had to negotiate on being brave or being courageous, let's say you're looking for a job and you need to negotiate your salary. You need to go negotiate, the plan that they give you, or all of the things that comes into play with that. How are you going to negotiate if you're not brave and if you haven't moved fear and doubt aside? How can that be? So being courageous to ask means I can ask for what I'm worth. Are you asking for what you're worth? Think about it. Or are you just taking what's left over? Are you just taking what's left over in your relationships? Are you just taking what's left over in your career? Okay, that's what it is, and I'm not going to open my mouth. You're just going to be a stepping stone? I dare you. I dare you to have the courage to ask. I dare you this week, make up in your mind in one area in your life that you're going to be courageous enough to ask. Get up off of your pity party, get up off of that sofa and have the courage to ask for what you want. Because I don't read your mind. Nobody can read your mind. Negotiate what you want in your life. Negotiate what you want. The only thing that can come up is somebody can just say no. Not today, not ever, but no. There's nothing we can do. Learn how to negotiate for yourself because nobody else, hidden secret, nobody else is going to take the time to take care of you but you. At the end of the day, nobody takes care, nobody gives, except you. You care about yourself, right? You care about you. Nobody else cares as much about you as you do. So why are you just sitting around, not being brave, just having a whole lot of fear and doubt, not getting what you want, just letting life happen? But I'm here to challenge you. This week, find one area of your life, one point in your life that you are going to be brave, you're going to ask for what you want, and you're going to negotiate. So my other point is, let's talk about recommending alternatives. So let's say we're in negotiation about something. We're brave. We kind of push that fear and doubt aside. We've asked for what we want, but now there may be a moment to negotiate. Like when you buy a house and they say this price and you come back and negotiate another price. Or when you find a job and they say, hey, here's your salary, but you're thinking, hey, I'm worth more, so here's what I'm asking for. Your career, your kids, sometimes kids want to negotiate. Well, I want hamburgers. And you're saying, well, no, we're having such and such. Where are the alternatives? Where's your bottom line at for you? We all should have a bottom line for ourselves so that we don't get caught up in somebody else's web and it's not what we really want because we didn't have the courage to ask. So you're always negotiating for you. You are the VIP of your own life, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that? You are the VIP in your own life. And if you don't treat yourself like a VIP, I don't know who else will. I just don't. So sit on that for a minute. Let me see if I have any comments in the queue. Okay, no problem. No problem, and no comments in the queue. That's okay, because I was going to answer any questions that we might have had today. And let me just shift here because I am kind of running my own little show here. So let me just just want you to know that I am TamaraWhiteCoaching.com, where empowerment is elevated and every woman wins. I'm definitely here for the men too, but my platform stands on the shoulders of women. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I pray that you would subscribe and like and share and get the notifications on when I come live, as well as Instagram, as well as Facebook. Turn your notifications on because this show will be on every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central and 12 p.m. Eastern. Definitely trying to grow the platform. And I'm thankful for all of you that have come on today. But I want to just get back to what I was talking about so that I can summarize for you so that you can hear me very clearly one more time. So today we were talking about having the courage to ask, having the courage to ask for what you want. I didn't get to where I am in life without having the courage to ask. And I have been told no a lot of times, just like many of you. But having that courage and being brave was the first step, just going back again and asking again, going back and asking again. To be brave and to be noticed is the whole desire of our lives, right? To get what we want. And so we do want to do that as step number one, but then we want to fight against the fear and doubt that pops in, because fear and doubt will drag you out, really. It'll keep you in the bed under the covers because you're so fearful and so doubtful. I work with clients all the time that are running with fear because they're afraid of this and that and the other. And we work on that to get that settled down. As a mental health expert, I do that well. And so when we overcome the fear and doubt, then we want to negotiate. If we have to negotiate, we will. We're going to negotiate our salary. We're going to negotiate where we live, pricing, what I'm paying for things, what opportunities are coming my way. Are you open for the opportunities that are coming your way? Opportunities are standing at the door ready for you to open it up, but you've got to be able to be brave to open up the doors. So is that you? So we're brave. Step number one, we're going to negotiate. We're going to move fear and doubt aside. And then we're going to recommend alternatives if the negotiating doesn't pan out the way we want, because we're not going to stop until we've covered all of our bases. So I am charging you and challenging you this week to find a spot in your life where you need to have the courage to ask for what you want. Relationships, career, family. Who do you need to move aside? Who do you need to just ban? Who do you need to just block? So that you can get what you want, because those kind of negatives will drag you down. And so that's the whole thing about the Courageous Woman Network, is really learning how to be courageous in any part of our life. But you know what? This is for men too. It's not just about women. Men need to have courage too. All of us do. So being brave is stepping aside out of yourself and doing what you need to do for you. Getting a buddy, getting a partner, asking for professional help to get you through. Whatever you need to do it. I mean, I do. I get professional help. I'm not isolated. I'm a human being like everybody else. I got my own struggles too. So, but I learned how to move in that realm and get on the other side of it. So I pray that this has been a blessing to you today, as it is a joy for me to bring this word before you. I thank you for signing on with me today. I pray that you will share this out and alert other people about what I'm talking about on this network, because it's not going away. It is here to stay. And I am so excited about it today. I really am excited about it. You know, it's been my pleasure to serve you. And I ask that you get up off of that sofa and get up off of that sofa, and the sofa that's in your mind that stops you, or literally, are you laying on the sofa all the time and just pulling the covers up and saying, no, not today? I tell you, and I ask you, and I beg you to get up off of that sofa and live a life that you love. When you stand in the mirror and see what you see, are you pleased? I'm going to leave you with that. When you get up and stand in the mirror, are you pleased? When you've done all that you can do, then you should have a big smile on your face, right? So thank you for today. Thank you for today. Thank you for signing on. Feel free to leave me comments, to reach out, direct message me, whatever it is that you want to do to connect. I am certainly here, and I love to connect with people. So I am going to sign off. And this is Dr. Tamara White saying, be bold, be brave, and be courageous. Live the best life that you can, because nobody else is going to do it for you. All right. Take care until next time. See you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.